Hello everyone and welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy. When we last left off, we had begun the final day in the trial of Turnabout Goodbyes. We had got Polly, the parrot, up on the stand. Who knows why? We've got hello Squawk and nothing. We need somehow to figure out a cross-examination. Why? We don't know, but I was stuck on this little section, so that we're actually going to do that. So if we just turn the volume down and turn about goodbyes. I need I honestly don't know what to do. Hello Squawk. Blank. Hang on a second. I know we've only just started. Yes. No! Right, hang on. But hang on. What about if we say, well, have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Oh, Polly, have you forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget DL6! Oh, I've been stuck. I'll prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have you forgotten something? Hello? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot. Hello? Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something's the matter, Mr. Wright. Wait. Don't tell me Von expected this. He could have retained the power. Retrained the parrot. Could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if he'd forgotten anything? Alright, well what about the last one then? The safe thing. Maybe I'm gonna send them about that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number of the safe in the shack? 1228! 1228! Mary was a reckless part. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? Actually it does. That's why I had to say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How could the number be to receive to us who the caretaker is? Show proof. What could possibly... Oh, hang on a minute. 1228. I've just thought about that. When was the case? The 12th and the 28th, 2001. Take out 2001, you get the 12th and the 28th. It's 1, 2, 2, 8. I'm an idiot, I didn't realise what was happening. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? The case summary, please. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident? December 28th. Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah! Use the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that day was to him. I see. Certainly is an interesting coincidence. People do often set their secret numbers to dates. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 00001 because I'm number one. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing! Let's turn on. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence. That's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh, hello. I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done.
Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity.
Acting for 15 years.
Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Shadi Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yanni Yogi, so was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancée, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years on, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It is a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Just Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Kammer? Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth,
not guilty!
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection!
Did someone say objection.
Well, it wasn't one karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Oh, that's... weird.
What do you mean?
I am not innocent at all. As we've heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's gonna tell them he killed his own dad.
Oh, what do I do? Raise objection immediately, now. This judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed.
That would be Larry.
You must hear this new statement. You must hear Miles Edgeworth. He is right. You have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out.
God damn it. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. The culprit is me. Well, that's not good.
Order! This is suddenly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs up today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here. Right now. Why didn't we try this man for his crime 50 years ago?
Works for me.
I think we'd like to have a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy! Just crazy!
Huh? Nick, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready.
Your case? For what?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent.
What are you talking about, pal? He's just admitted to it! He confessed that he did it in court!
I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Oh, what? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 PM, District Court, courtroom number 3. This is heating up.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. It is a big thing by hearing his testimony. And, though pointless, the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Would the witness state his name and profession?
Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney.
Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court.
When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key. But only if I can get it to work. Please, please.
That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted to stop them fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream?
It's interesting, because this is still in here, this is still in here, this is still in here, this is still in here. That's for the DL6, that's for the DL6, that's for the DL6. You could be interesting because you keep talking about the DL6. That's for the DL6, that's for the DL6, and that's for the DL6. Everything else can just go, right?
Interesting. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honour. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day?
I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost. Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma? You were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details.
That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. So, there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator.
Yes, myself, my father, and Liana Yogi. We were fine at first. As time passed and no one came to help.
What did you do then?
I was a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then...
What was it?
A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Liana Yogi's. The safety must have come off. I must have come off and it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next?
Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it?
I think I knew. I knew it was very dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? It was in a daze.
A gun fired once?
Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream?
To this day?
Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live.
There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out quick. Found in the victim's body. Oh. It's gonna be one of the bullets. It's not that one. So if I save. It's not that one?
Okay. Ha 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 ha! So it's that! I knew it had to be something. There's 2 bullets. Are you sure you only heard 1 gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's evidence. You do enjoy trying out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence, unless you can tell what page it's on. Which page contradicts the Mr. Amazadra's testimony? Look at the victim data of this file. It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Marzadreth only heard 1 gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot?
Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that 2nd shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that 2nd shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the 2nd shot had anything to do with this incident.
What?
I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. And the murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the shot fired had something to do with the case?
Your Honor, I think we'll be able to show you proof.
What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Montgomery, save your surprise after you see the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us the proof.
Do you have any evidence the 2nd firing of a pistol is related to this case?
Mr. Wright, please think how you feel about having a look at this evidence time and time again. Every time you show us ridiculous evidence, I feel, well, mocked.
I mean, I really don't mean any harm by it, Your Honor.
Not meaning any harm, okay. Mr. Wright, please think how you feel, okay.
The say is related to this incident. Maybe it's the case file? Please think. It's not that one either. Actually, if I just present everything. No, that wouldn't work either. Damn. No worries. The bullet hole in the door. Look at this photograph. I forgot about that.
This is photographed at the scene of the crime, 15 years ago. And we see the victim lying there as Gregory Edgeworth.
This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it.
So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots are fired.
Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Should be obvious. The contradiction is here.
I see. A bullet on the door.
Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol. There was also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot.
Order, order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at?
It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree the second shot was fired by someone else.
Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be?
The murderer, of course.
I knew I should accept him before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try this case summary page.
A case summary? That's on page 1.
Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That a murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Montgomery says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter.
How did this happen? I don't believe the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why are you raising an objection? Oh, sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick! The second bullet wasn't there, and all my conjectures are for nothing. No! You said you'd do it, Nick! You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent! I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought the 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won! I thought it was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick!
Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Mr. Mars Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Mars Edgeworth before passing my verdict. And that thing I will ask in the next episode.
Which I will leave off for today. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!